Hi there, welcome to the channel. My name is Ish, also known as Account of Thrift, and today I am bringing you a what sold video. So making these type of videos I've always been on the fence about because I've done them before, and actually no, I've only done like one. And I'm not sure how I felt about it. I always feel that these videos are kind of cringe, they're kind of like bragging. And I figure, you know what, if everybody else is making these type of videos, I might as well just make them too. And the reason I decided to do it is just because I want this channel to be very educational. And if I could show you some of the cooler things that I've sold for pretty decent money in the past couple weeks and you can learn from this, then yeah, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna make the video. So in no way am I bragging as to how much money I'm making. I am not a millionaire. I'm not looking to retire anytime soon selling these items, but I did sell some pretty cool items that are not very unique, but they sell for pretty decent money, and you too could probably find these items. They're not very obscure. Oh, let me take that back. I think some of them are kind of obscure just because they're vintage, but you can find this kind of stuff out when you're sourcing at flea markets, thrift stores, yard sales, garage sales, trash can, curbside, abandoned homes. And yes, people do source in abandoned homes. I've seen it. I don't recommend doing that. It's dangerous. I used to work for the county, and part of my job was to go to abandoned homes and help people out with services, and it is dangerous. You just don't know what you're gonna find in an abandoned home, so I don't recommend doing it. But if you want to do that, you could go right ahead. I just don't, it's your ass. You decide to do it. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump at you some of the items I sold in the past couple of weeks that sold for pretty good money, and they're pretty cool, that I thought were pretty cool. So let's just jump right into it. This is my eBay store. Obviously, you guys know I sell on eBay, so that's why you guys are here. But all right, so these first jeans are AG Adriana Goldsmith jeans. I showed these jeans in my last haul from the flea market. I paid a little over $4, like $4.11 on average for these. This over $29.99 with $8.50 shipping, which is a pretty good sale considering how much I paid for them, and the fact that these pants or these jeans were very, very thrashed and distressed and worn, and I put all that in the keywords, and people like that kind of style. Some people look for thrashed denim just because it has character, adds style, it makes it look unique. And these have like the little wallet outline on the back pocket. They had distressing up and down the legs, the zipper track, the discoloration and distressing on the pocket entries, and I put all that in the photos. As you can see here, I put all in there, and I put it in the description, and I just try to price it accordingly. Normally jeans that have very unique characteristics like distressing or marbling, which is basically when people don't take their clothes out of the washer right away, then they dry it. They get like this kind of crazy effect to the jean, kind of looks like like your marble tabletop. It has this crazy geometric pattern. Whiskering, which is lines in the jeans, usually prevalent on the upper thigh and behind the knees. Some of those come from the factory, some come from wear and wash. You can normally tell when they come from washing and wear, and from age. But jeans like that are highly sought after by some people. Some people want that look, and if you could price them accordingly, normally they sell for a premium, especially a vintage denim. They have those characteristics. You can usually sell them for a lot more. But yeah, I sold this for $29.99. Can't complain. And it was a pretty quick sale. They sold it in less than a day, I believe. Next is this Final Fantasy 16 shirt. So basically, this is just a video game shirt. I love this video game. Final Fantasy games have like its own cult following. This is one of the newer games that just came out a couple years ago. I love this game. This game is heartbreaking. It still makes me sad to this day to know how it all ended. But video games shirts usually have cult followings. The vintage ones from like the Xbox, the original Xbox, all the way to like, I don't know, from the original Xbox to like, I don't know, I don't know exactly, like the 2000 series, the 2000 era video game t-shirts used to sell for pretty decent money. Capcom, anything besides Capcom, Square Enix, Nintendo, vintage Nintendo shirts sell for pretty decent money. The Donkey Kong shirt is the one you want to look out for. It has a big graphic. That used to sell for like $500. I want to say it's probably about $350 now. It's kind of gone down in value. And vintage is like that, it's up and down like a stock market. But I sold this for $24.99. The reason it sold for $24.99 because this shirt that I had was the only one on eBay with this graphic, and it's a pretty cool graphic. A lot of them just they were all different. Actually, no, not all different. They were all the same, but this one was different. So I put it for $24.99. was willing to take an offer, but sold for full price. Oh yeah, one more thing, all these are full price sales. None of these are all offer sales, which is very surprising. I was very surprised that I didn't get offers on any of these. I guess I'm researching and pricing my items right. Next is this vintage computer hat from Word Perfect Office 4.0, which is an old 80s program. Keywording this was so hard because it didn't have a brand. Most vintage hats don't have brands. If you see there, it does not have a brand. Did have some discoloration on the brow, which is normal. It's because we have oils in our skin, and once they get into the material like this and they oxidize, I think that's the word. I'm no scientist, but I'm assuming it's oxidized. It turns to brown. It browns in there, which is normal. Just take pictures of it and note it. But I did keyword the hell out of this. I was trying to figure out words that somebody would want to look for tech hats. Technology gear or apparel or vintage, especially the vintage stuff, is very sought after in the vintage community. And I did sell this for $39.99 plus $6.50 shipping. I paid $1 for this at my flea market for my hat lady. And one thing about the hat lady is that she knows I go there every week to buy hats off her, so she kind of knows what I sell. Her husband does too. He sells hats on eBay, so what he does is he pulls all his cool stuff and puts it aside for me in a bin. So when I show up, he just points and I go to the bin, and then I just dig through there and I buy whatever I want, and everything's cheap. It's from $1 to $5. Because she sells her hats for, I don't know, like 50 cents to $1. They're really cheap. She's really cheap, really reasonable. And it's because she gets this inventory constantly, so she knows what I'm looking for. I built a relationship with her. She knows my money is good. She knows I'm gonna be there every week, or if I'm not there every week, I let her know. I text her husband. Actually, I have her husband's phone number, and tell him that I'm not gonna be there if to go in and sell the stuff, or if he wants, he can hold on to it. But building relationships is very important in reselling. I recommend doing it, and don't be a cheapskate. Sometimes pay what they're asking, and then later on you can develop a relationship and the deals will come in. And that's what I've done with this hat lady. But yeah, this tech hat, pretty cool hat. If you find anything vintage technology, grab it, look it up real quick on eBay, and make a determination if you want to flip it or not. Next, I found this Carhartt shirt. I got this at the thrift store for, I think, for like $6. Normally I don't pick up Carhartt, but I did this time just because it's a 3XLT tall. And I mentioned on my channel before, always pick up tall and big shirts. Because they sell. I mean, you can only get top dollar for this. I got $34 for this, or $35 for this plus shipping, and it's nothing crazy. It's just that bigger size clothes are harder to find, so people tend to go online and look for it. And they went online, they found this shirt on my store, and they bought it. No haggling, bought it full price. So $6 to $35 plus $6 $6.50 shipping. Can't complain. Pretty good, pretty decent flip there. Next I found, actually I showed this on my last flea market haul, and I mentioned that this sweatshirt sells fast and it sold this within less than 24 hours. I did overlook a hole there in the armpit. Normally these sell for like $29.99, but because of the hole I put at $25.99 and $24.99, and it sold almost instantly. So let me see here. Yeah, February 11th, and it sold February 12th. Yeah, so that sold pretty fast. So if you find these LL Bean sweatshirts, and basically the item ID right there told me it was a quilted crew neck pullover. That's all it was. Nothing fancy. Don't need to be fancy. And those are all pretty decent keywords. But if you find anything like not vintage, but LL Bean sweatshirt, they're heavyweight pullover with the quarter zips, their chore jackets, their barn jackets, pick those up. Those are all great sales with LL Bean. Next, I found these ASRV shorts. Basically what they are, they're just like a workout brand. I actually found these in the women's section at the thrift store. I usually go to the women's section to look for men's Lululemon because they usually get it confused. So I found these, and the sell-through rate on this is crazy. I think it's over 100%, or it was 100%. Sold full price, $44.99. And what these are, they're just workout shorts that have the compression lining. So for guys that want to do squats and not have all their man parts fall out. You know, because there's always people watching the gym, especially guys. Guys watch other guys for some reason when they're working out, just try to, I don't know, just to see how strong they are, and making comparison like, that he's not lifting much. I could lift more than that. It's a guy thing. I don't know. Gym bros. This is how we are. The DSG022 was right here on the leg. I put that in the title, and I did a Google search, and that's why I found out they were called the conditioning shorts by ASRV. And one thing I want to know is that these shorts have lining. If they have lining, be sure to check them at the flea market, thrift store, wherever you get these, get the shorts that have lining. Check them for stains, because I don't want to buy I mean, if I was a customer, I wouldn't want to buy shorts that have lining and they have stains on them, you know. And also it's a good way to protect yourself. So if you take a picture of this and someone tries to return it saying it has stains on it because the dude wore it and he stained it and he's trying to send it back to you, it's protection, you know, to show that, you know, you sold the item without stains. That way you don't get some guy's caca all sent back to you. So be sure to take pictures of the lining. That way there's no surprises on both ends out the back end, if you know what I mean. But yeah, these are pretty good shorts. This is the first time finding it, so hopefully I find some more of these. I'm gonna definitely keep an eye out for these. I asked my brother-in-law about these because he's a big gym junkie and he says he knows about the brand. He was a little upset they were a size small, but whatever, you know. But ASRV, definitely a really good brand. Pick it up if you find it. Next is this Hami Femme, like designer streetwear brand. Now this brand used to be really good. It was at the top of the market, then it went down, and it's back up, and it's back down, and now it looks like it's back up because I've had this shirt for probably like 6 months. I got it at a yard sale from a buddy that he always has yard sales, and he normally contacts me before the yard sale. That way I could go through his stuff to see what he has. He sold this to me for like $2. It wasn't in a good size. Usually streetwear you want to get in a bigger size. It was a size small, and it had like a right there, like a flaw, kind of like a storage stain, and that's the logo there. It's like a man and a woman. I think it's French, like a French Hami Femme. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. I just know it's a streetwear brand. I picked it up. Like I said, I had it for a while, so I was surprised it sold. You know what? I think the reason it took so long to sell because I had it listed like $80. That's what a lot of people have this brand listed at. So I did some research on Terapeak, and I found that you know what, brand new, they only sell for $40. I took it down, I keyworded it, repriced it, put it up, and it sold. $40 full price. And I put new with defects because I had the little flaws on there. But I wouldn't recommend picking up this brand unless you could get it really cheap, just because from my experience it takes forever to sell. But maybe it was my mistake thinking it was worth more than what it was. So I don't know, do your research. Next found is Patagonia stand-up canvas hiking shorts. I was so confused by this. I had never seen this Patagonia tag, and I thought it was fake until I started digging around on the inside and I saw that it had all these inside tags. And from what I understand, this might be a reimagining of their vintage line, or at least their vintage tag. But these are pretty cool shorts, man. They were like, well, pretty cool shorts for people who wear them because they're hella short. Look at that, they're like 6 inches. So I definitely cannot squeeze into these. I don't want people seeing all my leg meat hanging out, hiking up a trail all sweaty and dying out of breath. But for the man who bought these, more power to you, you know. He paid full price, $44.99 with the $8.50 shipping because they were very heavy because they're made out of canvas, like a canvas material. But definitely worth the pickup. Anything Patagonia, really. Well, not everything Patagonia, but when I grabbed these, I was a little like, because it's the Patagonia shorts normally don't do too well. But I searched them, and the stand-up shorts do pretty well. So if you find the Patagonia stand-up shorts, definitely pick them up. Now, this is actually a really cool hat. This is the 2001 NBA Champions hat. It's a Lakers hat, obviously. I sold this for $39.99, and when I got it, I thought it was just a regular Laker hat. But then after I took a picture of it with the Google Lens to see if anything will pop up, and this is what popped up. It's Kobe Bryant actually wearing the hat after they won the championship in the locker room. So I put a LA Kobe Shaq locker room. It sold full price, $39.99. Once again, I got this for my hat lady. I think I paid $5 for this one. Pretty quick sale. You know, I posted it. I got a couple of messages on it. People just asking if I would take like $10 for it. And I was like, no, I can't do that. But I'm so sorry. I have really bad allergies year round. So if you see me wiping my eyes, I apologize. It's not most pleasant to look at someone rubbing their eyes all day. But $39.99, it's a pretty decent pickup for $5. A pretty decent sell, especially when you pay $5 for it. As far as I know, putting these kind of pictures in there isn't against eBay policy. I haven't come across it yet. An issue anyways. I normally do that with streetwear brands or vintage shirts that like artists wear or someone famous wears. That way make a reference to it. So when someone's looking to buy it, they say, oh, like Kanye West wore that shirt, so I want to be like Kanye West. I want to be cool. I want to be hip. So, you know, you can use that as a keyword. Travis Scott's another guy that wears a lot of vintage shirts. So if you find anything that you recognize that someone has worn, I always recommend putting a picture of that in the listing. That way people can make the connection and hopefully it helps your sell. So far it's worked for me. I usually get top dollar for those kind of items. Next, I found this Dennis Richmond shirt. So originally I bought the shirt for myself. I didn't look up the brand or anything. I just thought it was a cool shirt. Got home, tried it on. It's really heavy weight, and me being short, small, big. I always call myself small, big because I'm small, but I'm big this way, and sweaty. I didn't like the shirt, so I decided, you know what, dude, let me research it. Let me see if it's worth anything. The brand is called Black Lemons, which I obviously didn't put in there, but but the brand's called Black Lemons, Black Lemons, I guess. It's an up and coming streetwear brand. It's out of the Bay Area, which makes sense because Dennis Richmond is a Bay Area icon. I guess he was like a sports or like a newscaster or someone on TV. And this shirt actually sold to someone in the Bay Area for $29.99 with $6.50 shipping. So if you see something that's unique like this, definitely look into it. I didn't look into it. Like I said, I was gonna buy it for myself, but then it turned out that it's actually something pretty cool. This style of shirt is very on trend too. So a lot of companies or smaller streetwear brands are making like these very oversized heavyweight shirts with like big graphics or pop culture references. Some of them are made to look distressed and faded to make them look vintage. So if you find something like that, it's definitely worth the look up because it might be worth something. It might be worth a lot, might be worth $30, might be worth less. Never know. Just look it up. So yeah, it's a pretty cool shirt. That's the tag there. I don't recommend picking this up. I just got lucky, I feel. But well, I mean, I would recommend picking it up just because it's an upcoming streetwear brand. But just do your research first. Found these Travis Matthew flat front chinos. Nothing special here. They did have some flaws in the back pocket. They had like some loose threads there. The reason I'm showing this because they sold full price, $39.99, no haggling, which is rare. I think I accidentally overpriced them. I probably should have put them for $29 because of the flaws, but they sold for $39.99, and I got a positive review out of it, so I can't complain. So Travis Matthew chino pants normally do pretty well. I usually get like, if they're in great condition, $39. Condition, I usually get like 29 to 25. But Travis Matthew pants are good. Their polos are okay. They used to be better, but I tend to pick them up only if they have a like a really cool graphic. Now their outerwear, as far as the sweatshirts, jackets, and their mid-layer pullovers with the quarter zip, those are all definite pickups. Those are still good with the Travis Matthew brand. Just be sure to check them for issues, for quality, for stains, kinks, pulls. Be sure to pick them up. But if you can find them in mint condition, they're at least $35 and higher. Now this shirt is not the best sell, but I want to show you this because it was a mistake. I found this in the thrift store. It's actually, well, first of all, this is a pretty good pickup. If you can find them in good condition, the Universal Studios Hawaiian shirts are the monsters. They have Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, and the creature from the Black or Blue Lagoon. I can't remember exactly. It's that crazy evil looking lizard thing. But if you can find those, they're pretty decent selling. They sell for $35, and I listed it for $35, and then I was like, you know what, dude, no one's gonna pay $35 for this because it was missing a button right in the front, and that flaw alone, I feel like a button-up shirt right there is missing a button. But the button-up shirt, that's important. It didn't have the replacement buttons, so I decided, you know what, screw this. I put this on a 50% off sale, and it sold almost immediately, and I'm happy with it. It was just, I wanted to get it, move it on, and probably never pay more attention. I remember why I missed it. There was another reseller in there. He was asking me a question. I remember having this shirt in my hand, and I just threw it in my basket, and I missed it. So live and learn. Don't make that mistake. Don't make my mistake. But Universal Studios, well, you know, theme park stuff in general that's like loud or very unique sells pretty well, especially like vintage stuff. Vintage Universal Studio monster shirts, they used to have big graphics on them like Frankenstein of all the monsters. Those are pretty good pickups. I've never found one, but I know they're out there. They sell for like $50 to $60 just based on size and condition. So just keep an eye out for those. But yeah, also check for buttons. What I normally do is I just put my finger through and I run it across the little seam there to see if all the buttons are there, but I didn't that time. Now this is one of my best sells. So I got this Harley Davidson jacket at a yard sale. The guy wanted $50 a piece. I got this in a leather vest. They were matching. The guy wanted $50 a piece. I only had $100 with me. That was my first yard sale. So I was like, oh, you know what, dude? Like, yeah, I'm gonna buy them. But then I told him like, okay, well, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get my cash, get more cash. And I think he thought I was just BSing and probably not gonna come back. I probably should have given the money and just left and got the cash. But it made it seem like I was walking away from the deal. So then he tells me, hey, how about 50 for both? And I just like, bro, here, take the 100 right away. Well, the 50, I had some small bills with me. So I would have tried to lowball them, or I would have tried to haggle. I was gonna pay the 50 each because I knew what they would sell for. But yeah, he sold to me for $50 for the pair, and I honestly thought they were more like $100 to $200 jackets, but turns out they were $300 jackets, and the vest I think it was like 200. Where's the vest? Yeah, right there, 204. So when I was looking at this jacket, I knew they had the Willie G skull. That's the name of the skull there. And then I didn't know it was reflective until I started doing the research on eBay. So when I was doing the research on eBay, I saw that there was a lot of similar jackets to this one, and they all said reflective on it. So what I did is I went in the room, I turned off all the lights, turned on the flash on my camera, took a picture, and this is the result. Pretty cool, huh? And that alone kicked up the value $100 as compared to other jackets that weren't reflective, that all looked the same. And this jacket was in mint condition. I mean, it was in pretty much mint condition. I think it had like a small little flaw. It had the inside liner too. You see that there? Had the liner, had the little flaw there. It's basically just need to be cleaned. I don't clean leather. I don't know how to professionally clean it, so I won't touch it. I'll just put it in the listing that it's not. See where the jacket has not been professionally cleaned. Pretty cool jacket. And then that guy also sold me this, the matching vest that is also reflective. And both these items sold full price. The guy didn't handle, and they were international sales, so the guy paid a lot in shipping, which is, I can imagine what he paid. And he bought the vest first, and then he bought the jacket the next day. Yeah, full price. I was very surprised. I was expecting to get low balls on these, but no, they sold it in like 3 days. I think they might have been vintage too. Yeah, 2008. Pretty cool jacket and vest. What makes this vest cool though is it had these like aftermarket tassels here. I saw a similar vest and they didn't have these tassels here, and I think the vests were like $150. And the guy that sold me them told me that he put these on after, and they were like $40 a piece. Whether that's true or not, well, I mean, obviously he did put them on, but whether they were $40 a piece, I have no idea. So I figured, screw it, let's put up for like another $50, see what happens. And it looks like I might have undersold it, or sold it at the right price. Who knows? Obviously it's the right price because I'm happy with the $205 sell. But if you find, yeah, see, it's pretty cool, man. It even has some flaws on it. It had like a hole, some spots there. It had a hole there from like another pin. But if you find anything leather Harley Davidson that's an authentic Harley Davidson, because they'll have the patch there, pick it up. Pay what someone's asking. As long as it's reasonable and you know that you can make good money on it, don't haggle, just pay it. In this instance, I got lucky. I wasn't really trying to do that. I kind of feel like a jerk about it, but it is what it is. It's all in the past, and he was happy, and I'm definitely happy. Next is a Duluth Trading flannel. It's a burly weight flannel, and the only reason I'm showing this because it's a 3XLT and it's sold for $35. And that 24508, that's the model number. And you just put that into the Google machine, and it'll tell you the exact style number. But this is nothing fancy, nothing crazy. I'm just telling you, it's a 3XLT. Pick up everything tall and big. This is another lesson learned on this Jane Barnes shirt. So I sold this for $34.99. Jane Barnes is an okay men's brand. It sells pretty decently for decent money. This shirt is worth $35, but then I was packaging it. I noticed it had a small flaw down here. You could barely see it. It has like a pink discoloration. So I was like, oh man, dude, really, bro? Like, you missed that? You're so good about finding flaws. So I messaged the guy, told him, hey, I noticed that it has some discoloration on it. Do you still want it? If you don't, I'm happy to cancel the order and refund you in full. The guy responded promptly. He's just like, well, can you reimburse me some money because of the flaw? And I'm sure. And then I was put in a pickle. I was like, okay, now what do I do here? What amount do I give him? So here's some advice, some really good tip that I recommend doing. It's worked for me. I always recommend the shipping. I could refund you the shipping, and most people take it. Because if you tell the buyer, hey, you give me a number that you think is fair. If he would have told me $20, I'm kind of screwed. I'm gonna have to give him the $20 because I can't go anything lower than that, because he's gonna look at me like I'm trying to take advantage of him. I'm an idiot, like, you know, I'm scamming him because I found the flaw later. So I don't need the nonsense. So I always throw shipping out there, whatever I charge them for shipping, and most people are happy to accept that. If you would have said like $10, I would have been happy to accept that too. It was only $4 more. So to each their own. But I really recommend throwing out the shipping there. That's why I don't recommend doing free shipping, because you can use your shipping sometimes as a haggling technique. In the past, I've also told people like, wait, what's your best price? And I've told people, hey, I could take the shipping off and you get the item for free shipping essentially, and they're more than happy with that. So don't do that. Don't let the buyer make the suggestion. You make the suggestion first, and then you work it out between there. Because if you let the buyer take over the negotiation, then you lose all power. So lesson learned. use my mistake as a lesson. Next, I found this very cool vintage Mr. California shirt. Now this shirt, you look at it like, what is this? This is nothing cool, but it's on trend. All 70s disco clothing style, bell bottoms, flare legs, all back. Kids love it. They want it. That's the brand, or that's the tag of the brand there, Mr. California. And the reason I picked this up, for one, it's like that, like I said, it's a disco shirt, and it has like it had like this pretty crazy like design on it that's real small. It's only when you look into it. But yeah, man, this style is very on trend. Like, as you can tell, I sold it for $75 plus $5.95 shipping. That's the way I used to price things. I was diddling around. Oh, well, hold on. I probably shouldn't say diddling just because of Puff Daddy and the whole diddler thing, but I was messing around in my store. I was fiddling. There you go, fiddling around in my store with shipping prices and $74.88. I don't do that no more. I was doing that like a month ago, and I was like, nah, screw that. But yeah, I've had the shirt for about a month. It's priced kind of high, and it's like a certain buyer has to look for this kind of shirt and want it. So, and I found that buyer. The buyer found me, so, and he bought the shirt full price. But I was very surprised to find the shirt, because there's a vintage guy locally that picks up all these style shirts, the permanent press single needle thread shirts, or I think that's what he calls them. All 70 shirts. He picks all those up. So when I found this in the thrift store, I was like, yeah, I got here before him, because if he was there, this shirt would not have been there, because he sells all these for like 50 to 60 bucks on Depop. But if you find these disco shirts in the 70s and they're in great condition, pick them up. They're pretty good sellers. Next, I found this Aether hoodie at the flea market. I think I paid $5 for this, and this is a mistake. $34.84. I don't price my items like that. I don't know how in the hell that happened, but this was a new brand to me. I don't recommend picking it up, and just for the fact that it's a new brand to me, and I just know their hoodies so good. I haven't found anything else for it. I haven't really did a deep dive on it. I just found the hoodie. It sold pretty decent for like $35. Actually, you know what? Yeah, cause they sell for about $50. I put this at $35 because it had some flaws on it. I think it had a spot. Yeah, it had a spot there, had a spot there, and like a pool there. Real small pool. Nothing big, but I always note that stuff. But normally they sell for about $50. I want to say $50. So I just priced a little lower because of the flaws, and it sold for $35 full price. But with this brand, I'm pretty sure it's a good brand. Just look into it before picking it up. If I find anything else of that brand, I'll definitely put it on the channel. Next, I found this. I sold this LRG fall leather jacket. This is from one of my other haul videos when I was sitting in my car all uncomfortable trying to show you guys stuff. But this sold full price for $80. No flaws on it. LRG is an okay brand. It's one of the original street brands from like the mid 90s like till now. They still make it. But don't pick up everything LRG, only certain things. They have certain outliers. They have like limited edition tees that they have. Their hoodies that have the full zip all the way up with the mask on it. They'll sell for $150, I believe. They're very rare. Some of their bomber jackets that have like prints on the inside sell for a lot of money because they're very rare. A lot of those like Aztec prints, Mayan calendars, stuff like that. So if you find those worth like $250. I a few years ago found some at my local thrift store, and they all sold to a collector. But definitely, if you find anything LRG that's unique, definitely look it up because it might be worth some pretty decent money. This is a vintage band shirt. The band is Murdered by Death. I don't listen to the brand. I just know they're very obscure. I know of the band. I just don't listen to them. But one thing about obscure band shirts is that they can be worth money. When I find obscure band shirts and they're vintage, I usually put them for $40 and higher. Just because, and especially if they're still making music and they're still relevant, they might have a fan base that's still looking for those shirts or vintage shirts. So pick them up. Just do your research. This one, I did my research on it, and I saw that a lot of those shirts were selling for like $50. This one is a XL. I probably could have got more for it, but I'm happy with $40. I think I paid $1 for this at the flea market. But definitely, if you're looking up for, keep an eye out for obscure band shirts. Every obscure band shirt that I've gotten in the past, I've sold for $40 and above. very rarely do I get offers on them, because most people know that music want the shirt, and they know they're not going to find it anywhere else, so they just pay the money for it. Found these bird dog shorts, nothing too crazy here. $29.99, $29.88. Do these have, no, they don't have a model number. What I did, I just went to the website and I found out that these are the Uncle Buck from the movie Uncle Buck with John Candy shorts. I sold these for $29.88, $5.95. Very good brand, very trendy. A lot of people who wear this, that's the logo there. I actually saw that peeking out on the rack at the thrift store. That's why I picked them up. But people who wear this brand are loyal to this brand, and they'll pay for it. And they're usually worth about $30. They have some that are more limited edition. They have like crazy graphics on it. They're usually worth a little bit more. But these are just plain Jane. $30 is fair, and I'm happy with that. Now this is actually pretty cool. This is the artificial intelligence movie hat from the movie AI that Stanley Kubrick was working on, but Steven Spielberg finished. It had Haley Joel Osment and Jude Law in it, I believe. Pretty good movie. Has the licensing there. Anything that's movie related, actual promo or merch, will have licensing on it, so that's how you know if it's legit. It says 2001 Warner Brothers. Pretty decent condition. So if you see, look in the back there, it has AI. That's the release date, 2001. That's where you get the Y2K keyword, and Y2K is very on trend. I've mentioned that many times on my channel. This hat, I've seen people have it listed for $150. I'm like, dude, there's no way that thing's worth $150. So I went into the eBay Terapeak machine. I filtered it by 3 years, and I found that a year ago there was one sold for $50. I listed it for $50, and it sold for $50. So if you find artificial intelligence movie hats, are all worth $50. And it took a kind of a while to sell. I think I had it up there for like 2 months. But I got this one for $1 for my hat lady, so $1 to $50 plus shipping. Definitely happy with that. And lastly, I got this Figs jacket. Now Figs is basically like, it's a medical wear. A lot of doctors and nurses wear this. I usually find their scrubs, and I've never find their jackets. First time I found the jacket, I was kind of excited. Oh, finally found a damn jacket, and because I know they sell fast, and they sell for decent money. I got $49.88 for this one, and then $8.95 shipping for that. And I believe it has the style number. Yeah, style number is right there. You put that into the eBay machine, and it'll kick out what it is. And this was the On Shift pullover fleece jacket. So definitely a good pickup, good sell. And actually, it was in a double XL, which is really good. That's what made it sell so fast. Well, it actually took a little bit to sell, and I think it's because of the price. I think if I would have put it at $40, it would have sold instantly. But because I wanted the extra $10, it took like an extra month to sell. But yeah, if you can find these jackets in the thrift or anywhere, pick them up. A lot of people in the medical field look for these because they market these as, if you're working in a cold hospital, this is the gear that you need. All right, well, that's my what sold video. Hope it wasn't too cringe. I hope you made it this far. If you really made it this far, I really appreciate you, because I know some of these could be kind of rough because they tend to get repetitive and monotone, and I don't know. That's why I was kind of like, do I want to do one? But I have time today, so I might as well. I'm getting about to head to the flea market. Actually, no, the flea market's done. I'm probably going to hit the thrift stores locally just to see what they got, because Friday they start putting out the stuff for the weekend. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, tap that like button. Don't smash it. Tap, tap, tap. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you like these kind of videos, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do more of them. As much as I don't like to, but if it's what you guys want, and if it's teaching you guys something, yeah, I'm happy to show. I'm happy to share that. I won't share with you all the details as far as like the fees and all that stuff, because I feel that well, I mean, we all know what the fees are, but as far as like the promotion rate, I'll tell you right now, I promote at 3%. I was promoting at 7%, then I went to 10, but then 10 was too much because I feel like everybody like that does reselling says 10. But usually those are people with big stores, and I don't have a big store. So I went back down. I went to 3, and considering the items I sell, they usually sell pretty fast anyway. So I think 3% is good for me. I could do 7, but I'm pushing it on making money. I'm in this business to make money, not to give stuff away for free and make like $2-3 per item. But although I do have some of those items, I do make $2-3 for, but you guys don't want to see those. Those are just like your basic bread and butter Polo Ralph Lauren polos and basic Levi jeans and stuff like that. But that's here nor there. But yeah, if you guys like this kind of content, just let me know in the comments and I'll continue making it. But I am definitely gonna try to do some more thrift store videos, some more flea market videos. You guys seem to like those. But yeah, till the next time, Ish the Counter sign off, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.